So as you saw there were different variations of the pose. You could have your hand over your heart and the other hand on your belly. You could maneuver the bolster. You can also use pillows. I always tell my clients to use pillows in that situation. And how I was moving, so I was just demonstrating different ways of doing that. By the time you see this, of course, we'll be in the full moon in Aquarius. The full moon in Aquarius has to deal with family, which is in our fourth house, Scorpio rising. Aquarians are very detached. They're looked at as cold, even though they're not. They just like their space. They're the type of people that come and they'll help you. They're all about community, but after about 2 hours, they're kind of done and they go back to being alone. With Aquarians, you kind of have to go, not have to, but it's better if you let them lead and go by some of what they like to do. They will make decisions that they don't make sense, but it makes sense to them, and to just honor them and see them for who they really are. A great Aquarius that is very balanced will communicate well and what their needs are. And if they don't communicate, they'll actually show you, even a little bit of what they need. So if it's in the fourth house is family. For me, there are things that are coming up for me that I am letting go of. I don't know if you saw my previous video, but there's a lot of things that are clearing out of my life, and there's been a lot of memories and thoughts and things that are coming up, and I'm letting them go when it comes to family. And so for me, that means letting go of my blood family. And when I say that, I mean parents. For me is what that means. For you, you may be in the same thing, or you may be wondering, should I let them go? But it is my mom, but it is my dad. But if you feel like you have peace and that your parents, you've been in a toxic relationship, even though you've set boundaries, even though you've stated what you want, you have stood for yourself, and they just do not honor it and don't want to, or if you are just not walking the same way in life, where you have gotten help and you've done the work and you've done that shadow work and your parents have not, that is totally up to you. There is nothing wrong with doing it. I've been doing it now for almost 3 months. So there is nothing wrong with that. Another thing is the Venus is in retrograde in Leo. So Leo for us could be our 10th house. It could be our 9th house. It could be our 11th house. But the point being is, with Venus being in retrograde, it's going to come in contact with planets across from it, and the houses. So like Aries, Libra, it'll be sextile in those two planets to two different other planets, especially the one that's in Aries. And then other houses. So put it this way: if your sun is above the horizon, meaning it's above the ascendant and descendant, so above your first house and your 7th house, the house that reflects you in that house, that is about partnership, marriage, and relationship. If the sun is above that, then Venus does work for you. Does not work for you, sorry. I just found out about your personal perfection year. So if you count your first house as 0, your 2nd house is number 1, and then you just keep counting. And for me, I'm in Pisces, my 5th house of perfection right now. And then when I go up another year, I'm going to be in Aries, house of perfection. So in each house, you get those planets that support that house. So for me, it's Jupiter and Neptune, because Jupiter and Neptune both support Pisces, which is my 5th house. But since Pisces is also the 12th house, the 5th house is the house of creativity, which I want to say, Virgo is number 6, 7 would be Libra, and so comes before Virgo would be Leo. So Leo would, the sun rules Leo. So I'm getting a lot of that sun energy. I'm getting a lot of that coming in. So even though I'm in my Pisces perfection year, I'm still getting, I feel, a little bit of that sun, especially since Venus is in Leo for me. But anyway, if you're in your 5th house of perfection, or whatever house it may be for you, if you keep counting, you have to keep counting around and around. That it's best to use whole sign houses if you're going to do that. And it's a way to kind of see where you are in your path. So I thought that was really interesting. And for me, this is where I'm at. And it makes so much sense because when I did turn 40, a lot of waterworks, So that explained, I'm like, okay, I'm in my Piscean perfection year and learning how to flow, learning how to be and not to do, and feeling, a lot, but learning to detach from it too. So yeah, that was very interesting for me. So Venus being in your house, the 10th house is the house of career, because I think for a lot of people it is in the 10th house. For me, it's not. And how can you tell your 10th house is where the MC is? So, any rate, so it's your house of career. How is your career going? If Venus is going retrograde and soon she will not be seen, is there something that needs to be changed? Do you want to be promoted? Do you need to look for another job? Is there something shifting your career? Is there something new that you've learned? Things of that nature. As a whole, though, now Venus does not work for me because my sun is above the horizon. But if your sun is below the horizon, below the 1st and the 7th house, then it does work for you because she is feminine and feminine is nocturnal. So, a new hairstyle. In my last video, you saw that I had a new hairstyle. I'm getting my hair done today. We'll see what happens. So for me, that's a new hairstyle. Just exploring, being creative about my hair. For other people, maybe you're dyeing your hair. Maybe you're exploring drawing. Maybe you're playing around with colors. Maybe you're playing around with your style, as in how you dress. Because for some of you, maybe it's your appearance. Okay, Leo loves to look good no matter what. Virgos, we like to look good on the outside and the inside. We like to be healthy and then display that on the inside. Whereas Leos are more of an outside. How do I look outside? Do I look good? And so, yeah. And so back to Aquarius. How does that fit in? Can you look good and be seen for your own circle if you're like me and you're more of an introspective person versus, having everybody else see you? Do you like to be alone, which is very Aquarian? Are you letting some people go? Whatever this looks like for you. The full moon will support you. And if you have called in someone into your life, whether it be a partner or just a friend or a new job or what have you, the message I've been getting, especially if this is your one personal year, is just to be patient. It may not happen this month. If you're in your one personal year, then this is number 9 month for you, which is an ending, which for me is very fitting because there is an ending to a relationship that I had with my parents. It ended a while ago. It just circumstances in life supported me in seeing that. But this could be an ending for you for something else, or maybe people that you consider family. And so for me, I have a soul family. My friend group is small. I know a lot of people, but I very rarely call people friends. So that's, that's a group thing. That's a Virgo thing. Virgo's in your 11th house. Maybe be careful who you call friends. Be careful who you call family, and realize that family is not always blood, right? So these are just some things to ponder and look out for. If you can relate and you like what has been said, please like and subscribe and comment. And I will see you soon.